What is up, everybody? It is Midwest Raider fans coming at you one more time. Take two. We did have an episode out, and then we completely had to shut it down because of the breaking news that we're going to be talking about in just a second. You guys probably know what it is, but please, I just want to say I'm Midwest Raider. This is Midwest Raider fans. We got Just Win Jimmy over on the other side. I'm going to let him say hi in a second. I just want to say my own little intro. Thanks again for being here. Please like, subscribe, share, all that great stuff. We got a good one for you today. Jimmy.
All right, yeah, welcome everybody. Yeah, like you said, take two. None of you responded the first time. I told you to leave a comment. We're gonna come. All right, I'll give you a bye this time because we didn't actually get it posted because of the breaking news. But yes, like you said, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love talking Raider football, and boy, do we have a doozy today.
Yes. So, God, we had a pretty good video too. I thought we talked about some good stuff, but we kind of had to switch it up because our main topic was, of course, Maxx Crosby leaving, and it does change the dynamic of the team, especially leaving. Now, the big news is the Baltimore Ravens have backed out of their trade agreement, and that's what I was just saying, and we're gonna get back to that point in a minute, but. That's why I was wondering about these agreements. They're all just word of mouth, and they're not on paper till the 11th. And we're hearing them on the 9th already. We heard them before the 9th, which was kind of crazy because you're not supposed to be able to, talk to teams and do kinds of stuff like that before the 9th. And then once the 9th comes, then you're able to fully do everything you want, just not sign the contract till the 11th. So
Yep.
we were getting all this information ahead of time, and like I said, that's why I don't put all my eggs in a basket until it happens. I like to see news, and even Jimmy commented earlier. He's like, "Yeah, I didn't want to send you any bull stuff because I didn't know if this was true or not until I officially saw it from the page." And I'm going to post it up on the screen so you guys can see it. But it came straight from the Raiders. And Jimmy, go ahead and talk about this Maxx Crosby no deal.
Yeah, no deal. So everything I've seen, you guys probably seen, looking up at the same stuff we are. He kind of failed the physical, is
Well,
what
that's what they're saying. That's what they're
That's what they're
claiming.
saying.
Yeah.
Again, this is in Baltimore's camp. They're the ones who decided that they didn't want to go with the trade. So again, I don't know if they're having buyer's remorse. Again, he just had surgery in January, sometime, maybe it was in December, I don't know, but I mean just a couple months ago. So you got to imagine he's still rehabbing that MCL on his knee. Again, it's the same issue he had last year. If you all remember, he had the surgery before the season, preseason, all that, and then he was back at preseason. Granted, he didn't play couple downs, whatever here and
Hmm.
there towards the end of the preseason games, but then he was a beast, all the way through the season. So I don't expect him to be any different. The question though is going to be with our cap because we spent a lot of money. I know Martini's going to get into it here, Midwest Raider fan. It's going to get into it here and talk about all the signings, that were again just pre-happening because we haven't done anything yet until tomorrow. So
Tomorrow.
again, I don't know, but kind of the way I looked at it, it looked like we had 40 million left in that cap. So my guess is if we keep him, we're going to try to keep him now, or we want to keep him. However, I don't know how it's going to work out. I did see that the Raiders are meeting tonight to discuss options and what to do, in this current situation. But most likely, if we try to keep him, we'll have to do some kind of refiguring, reconstruction of his contract there. So I
Yeah.
don't think that's that big of news. Granted, it might be disappointing if we were trying to
Hmm.
go after some other free agents now because we don't have that money. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's crazy news. Like I've never heard in a long time. I haven't heard anybody backing out of this contract like this. But like I said, with them, this is all like word of mouth before it hits the 11th when they can actually sign. And so, very, very interesting. And just really quick to clarify, did you actually hear that from a source that it was the physical absolutely, or is that kind of just what they're thinking is going on?
That's what they're thinking. I've seen
Okay.
it like
All right.
ESPN's announced it to Adam
Yeah.
Schefter. So if you
Yeah.
guys follow
Yeah.
him, I know he's big
Yeah.
on all the NFL news, breaking news, all this stuff. So that's kind of what they're saying. Obviously, then you got all the fans
Yeah.
and non-fans, and then they're all saying
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
probably holds a
Gotcha.
little bit of weight, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I don't know. It could be buyer's remorse, and they, two first round picks. We got
Yeah.
their center, so I don't know. That's not, far as I know,
Yeah.
that's not changing.
I don't think I think there's more money in there than you think with the 40 million. I'm not 100% on that. So, but I think they could definitely restructure them back in if they really wanted to. Especially since we already had the money. It was like already money that was going to be dead anyways, so I think there's still more money there for Tim to restructure if he wants to stay, but I don't know if he's still going to stay. What do you think, really quick? I know the Cowboys were still really, really big into him. Um, I honestly think he still gets traded. I don't think he'll lock in back here with the Raiders, but if he does, I'm in for that. But at the same time, I don't think it's going to happen. I think he'll still get traded. Somebody's going to want him and he'll get moved somewhere else, but that's terrible for Max Crosby. Having he's in
He's
Baltimore
in,
right now. Yeah, yeah.
yes, his
So
family, him and his wife,
yeah.
kids, they're in Baltimore, and
Yeah.
now they'll be, probably on the jet coming home now
Yeah, that's
to,
crazy.
go discuss with the Raiders tonight. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I agree. I do think he's still going to leave. I think somebody, I mean, granted, it might be the Cowboys. I know they were pushing hard for him, so I still kind of think he'll leave. But maybe not. Maybe he saw some of those pickups, which I know you're about to talk about,
Yeah.
on that defense. So the defense, I think we got, a lot better, got some nice picks going. So again, obviously, I'm going to open him up. I know Raider Nation will too. Would love to have him stay.
Yeah.
So again,
Yeah.
it's all gonna. There's just so much to unknown right now that we're gonna have to wait
Yeah,
and see.
it's crazy unknown because we had talked about in the episode that didn't get shown how much it really hurts the Raiders for him to go. He's a really big heart and soul for the team, and if you leave not only a character person, a locker room person, a person that shows up at 6 in the morning and leaves, last person to leave, that type of person that can mold this new culture. And so if you lose a person like that, yeah, it's a big detriment to the football team, and then you really have to rebuild the defense from scratch, and
Yeah,
so that's
no,
kind of
and like I
crazy.
said, that we did talk about that in the last
Yeah,
video because he bleeds that black and silver. It means
yeah,
something, and we didn't really have that person that bled
hmm
black and silver
hmm
that
yeah,
know about the good old days, glory
hmm
days, and what it meant to
yeah,
be a Raider, and he has all those aspects. So, like I
yeah,
said, I kind of hope he stays. Like obviously,
yeah,
I didn't want him to leave. I thought we
yeah,
could have got more than just two first for him.
yeah.
But that was last video. You guys missed out. I had lots of good comments, I promise.
I think a tear came out too. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
All right, guys. So next we're going to we had to go into the Crosby news first. So we're a little bit backwards that I wanted to plan this out. But we're going to go right into just really quick the basics over the head coaches again. So we did pick up the new additions for coaches. Of course, Clint Kubiak. Assistant head coach is Mike McCoy. Offensive coordinator is Andrew Janico. Defensive coordinator is Rob Leonard, and then we have a few like pass game coordinator Nick Holtz. Joe Woods is a defensive coordinator. Rick Dennison, offensive line. Zach Azine is a wide receiver. Ben Wilkerson, assistant O line. But they haven't really named a QB coach yet. And we kind of wanted to spark the interest out on the rumors on this, but no quarterback coach. So maybe what a Derek Carr, maybe
Derek Carr.
that would be nice. I would still be okay with him coming back for the Raiders as a backup position to trade or to train this maybe first round draft pick at. We're going to talk about that later as well with Fernando Mendoza. So yeah, I'm all in for that. Real quick, Jimmy, what are your quick thoughts? Quick thoughts on Derek Carr and a quarterback coach, or even a backup role.
Yep, nope, I 100% agree. Why would you want the best quarterback in Raider history to come and
Yeah.
teach these kids? He obviously, again, what I talked about with Crosby, brings that black and silver momentum, that pride that, you just don't know unless you have those guys there for you. So yeah, so I'd be good with him coming in, quarterback coach, even if we decided to sign him as some sort of, backup quarterback just to kind of help him along. And I mean, obviously he'd do great things for Aiden O'Connell, and he was there right before the mishap there. So yeah, it would be good either way. So yeah, I'm strongly on for that.
All right. So those are the solid coaches. We're both excited about the new coaches. It's a young new staff for the most part, and they're going to bring new ideas, but yet I think still keep it with the old Raider culture, according to what Clint Kubiak is saying. So sounds good. Sounds good. Let's go into a couple of our free agent moves. That
Before we do that, one other
okay.
thing we didn't know, because again, this was breaking news today, and we talked a little bit about this on the video that we didn't get to put out. We had it already, but Geno
I
Smith.
Time out. We're gonna talk about this. I had
Oh,
you. I had you. I had you. But
I thought you forgot.
thanks for chiming in. And we're gonna get this as part of these trades. Part of these trades, we're gonna save it for last because it's blame Geno. So,
Yeah, his fault.
but all right. So we did release Alex Kappa on the 6th of March. We signed Tyler Lindenbaum to a 3-year, 81 million. He is now the highest paid in that position for center, which is crazy. We did re-sign Eric Stokes, one of our safety, our cornerbacks there. We signed Jalen Naylor as a wide receiver from Minnesota to a 3-year, $35 million contract. We signed defensive end Quiddy Payne to a 3-year, $48 million contract as well. And so it's 3 years. So even though they sound really big, they're broken down to 3 years. So they're pretty decent stacked contracts. So like I said, I still think we have plenty of money in the free agent pocket still to handle Maxx Crosby or whatever we still want to do in free agency. We also signed like two linebackers, Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean to 3-year deals as well. We traded for a Buffalo Bill, Tyron Johnson, uh, to bring him on over. So that was a good trade. Um, uh, and then we also re-signed Malcolm Koonce to a 1-year deal, which I think could be good. Um, Even though he hasn't quite hit that plateau yet to get over the hump where he needs to go to be super successful. He's been climbing, and I think he's been a positive spot, just hasn't quite got there. So hopefully, maybe he can get there in this new 3-4 defense instead of the 4-3 defense. And I'll let you talk about that here in just a second. And then, of course, yes, Geno Smith news. I'll let you hit this up too. But they did come out today. Geno Smith was actually traded, not just cut. We thought he was just cut. He was actually traded to the Jets. It's not signed yet, so it
Yeah, or
might
he's got
come
to
back.
pass a physical. So, that whole physical thing. Yeah.
It's not signed yet, but we did receive a 2026 seventh round draft pick along with a 2027 sixth round draft pick for next year from the Jets for Geno Smith. We also retained $16.2 million of his contract, and the Jets get him for $3 million, which is a deal in my opinion. So, Jimmy, I'll send it to you on any of those
Yeah, no,
topics.
like you said, I think we made a big splash, in the free agency there, picking up a lot of good guys. A lot of those guys come from good defenses, which is good because they were key, especially those linebackers. With those
Mm.
two linebackers, I think are going to be phenomenal for us. I'm glad, with the re-signing. I agree with you with Malcolm there on the end. Like, hopefully, this going from the 4-3 to the 3-4 is going to kind of help him out and he can get over that hump because, like you said, he has been climbing. I know he had some injuries, earlier on in the, his season, or not the season, but his career. And so that'll be good. Yes. And I heard it from the Jets personnel personally that they said that they wanted the 2027 first round draft pick. So they went and decided to trade for Geno to lock that in, get that started right. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
Nice.
But yes, no, that's great news because we got some value out of him. Because I thought,
Yes.
like you said, we talked about it yesterday, and as of
Yes.
yesterday, he was just cut. We were just losing him, no value. And
Yeah.
again, I wish him the best of luck. Sorry it didn't work out for us, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I think we made some good moves there. Again, it's all just exciting. I'm too pumped already. Got my Kool-Aid. I've started making it. I'm gonna stir it up.
Yeah, no two fists in the Kool-Aid yet. We got a long off season to go. We haven't even hit the draft. We haven't even hit this March 11th date at 4 p.m. for these contracts to get signed. Like tomorrow is going to be like I'm going to be biting my nails a little bit because I'm going to be like, is all that what we're talking about right now going to actually happen? And hopefully I'll have this video out tomorrow, and hopefully most of it does happen. So. All right. So, what a crazy day today so far with this Maxx Crosby news. Uh, I guess it was good news from Blame Geno because at that point we were just talking yesterday. We lost our worst player in the same day, Geno Smith, and we thought he was just cut. And then we lost our best player, in my opinion, at the same time too that same day. But now Maxx Crosby's still here. So we don't know if we're going to retain him. Let us know what you guys think because it's going to be very interesting from now on. All right. Other than that, we went through a lot of stuff really quick today. We have one more thing that I want to add every episode now, and we're going to talk about building a team now. And it's a little bit different today because we still have Maxx Crosby, so we kind of have to add him in there still. Because before we talked about in the episode that we never published, before it was a complete rebuild and nothing on defense, complete rebuild, tore apart down to the bare studs. And then offensively, there's a few pieces, but not a lot of pieces either. So just complete over rebuild overall. Now we still have a defensive piece. We brought another DE. So we could be building around Maxx Crosby a little bit. We could. But yeah, it's just up in the air, and I just don't know what's going to happen. And then we have that added card that we're going to talk about in just a second. But Jimmy, right now, as of now, should be the plan with the keeping Maxx Crosby now, and not quite a complete rebuild.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's still quite a big rebuild, though, if you think
Yes,
about it. We've
yeah,
lost
yeah.
so many guys on defense, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So it'll be good. I mean, like I said, we picked up a couple the edge there, so that gives us depth, and we only signed Coons to a 1 year deal, so we could keep everything in play along with Crosby, which would give us depth. And who's to say, like it'd be nice to have some depth, especially in that key position. So it'll be tough to kind of see. I mean, me secretly kind of got my fingers crossed that we keep Crosby because I didn't want him to go. Like I said, he's the heart and soul of the Raider
Mhm.
Nation currently. Nobody else has been through the stuff that he's been through and bleeds that black and silver. Quite that we all hope that we
Yeah,
can implement in this new team. So I do kind of hope we keep him. One other thing that you didn't mention is kicker, San Francisco's kicker. Field goal kicker, Gay. We signed him. Did you see that? We picked
I
him
did
up
not see
too.
that.
So that brings up what are we doing with Carlson? Are we trying to do a field
Well,
goal special teams battle? I mean,
well, he's a free agent. He is a
oh,
free agent. Yeah. So he is
so
in our
yeah, okay, so yeah, they
yeah,
must be thinking of letting
yeah.
him go. Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
realize that he was
yeah,
free agent. I
he
forgot
is
about
on the
that.
free agent. I have all of them up. We signed Eric Stokes, but we still have Jamal Adams, Alex Bachman, Daniel Carlson, Forsythe, Holmes, Lonnie Johnson. We did sign Malcolm Coons, Tyler Lockett, Mozart, Dylan Parham, Kenny Pickett, um, Ellen Roberts, Ian Thomas, that tight end, Devin White, and Zamir White are all still. And Booker, I think we did release Meredith. Um, yeah, all those guys are still free agents. So that's a whole list of roster that we still need to fill. So yeah, absolutely. A lot going on. March 11th tomorrow is the big day. Hopefully, I will release this video on March 11th. So hopefully everything still maintains its focus and not get canceled, so we don't have to try to redo this again. But we still love doing it, so it wouldn't matter. We'd still come back at you guys. Last question of the day, and like I said, I'm probably going to do this every video. It's a little bit different now, like I said, but Fernando Mendoza is probably the number one draft pick that Raiders are looking at. And I'm going to ask you this every week, Jimmy, or every time we make a video. Do you still think at this time it is the right way to go and pick up that quarterback at number one first?
I think it is with the people we have. I mean,
Yeah.
either that or we rolling with AOC. I know there's a couple free agents where we talked about Kirk Cousins from Atlanta as a free agent now. Nobody's picked him up yet, so we could bring him in. We still could bring him in, just
Yeah.
to kind of help because we said we, didn't want to throw Mendoza into the fire right away. We wanted to, get him some training, get him up to speed. But we've done this in the past. We've held out, and then next year I know there's a big crop of quarterbacks coming in. They're supposed to be good, but I think Mendoza's got it. I think the way with currently, if it all stands, seems like we're building around that. We beefed up the line a lot, especially that center position that's going to move JPJ over. And definitely, I'm not saying he wouldn't be like a backup if, he goes down, but it's good. I think we're building around him, and I just really don't see us trading that away. I think Mendoza is going to be the guy. I don't think he'll start right away, depending on our quarterback situation. But I'm not saying he won't get some start towards the middle of the season, and on.
Yeah. And I'm still there too. I I really want to draft a quarterback this year. Hopefully it's Fernando Mendoza. Because we always get stuck in that rut where we have a decent team, but we just don't have the quarterback sometimes. And I'm not even saying great team, good team. I'm saying a decent team, but we can't just roll over that quarterback because the quarterback just stalls us. So let's go ahead, grab the quarterback no matter what. I know a lot of people are saying trade back. You got too many holes. You're rebuilding the whole team. Fill the team first and then get a quarterback. But I just can't think that way this year because we just keep putting that off and we don't have that quarterback. Get that quarterback in there, get him training, get him under somebody, or get him somebody to tutor him while he's in there. I don't care, but we need to get that veteran presence in here, get him in here, and get him going to be the next franchise quarterback, in my opinion. And we just can't wait anymore. Not with it. You have to bring in a quarterback this year, Raiders. So let us know what you guys think about that. Drop it in the comments. Draft Fernando or pass for some extra draft picks. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I just don't like that. It's a lottery. It's a
Yeah,
gamble.
yeah, yeah.
This is Vegas. We're going all in. So let's bring him home. Let's get him put him to work and help him bring us back to greatness.
Yeah. So I'm just checking. I was typing in here to see if what they still say our cap is, and it still says it's about 121 million. So there's still plenty of money in there. So I think we'll be okay. Whether we have to restructure, like I said, because we already locked in to keep them for a year. I think we had to pay them like, I don't know, 30 some million this year.
Yeah,
So
30
like,
some million. Yeah,
yeah.
something like
So
that.
I mean, we were already locked in to eat that money anyways. So um, it doesn't hurt to hold on to him. And I hope we do, but we'll see. I think he might still get shipped away. I know there's a lot of teams that will still sniff him out. So anything you want to wrap up on any of that today, Jimmy?
No, like I said, a lot of information coming at you guys quickly here.
Yeah.
Again, it's our second take, but that's just because we had to redo it with the big Maxx Crosby news. But
Yeah.
like I said, leave us a comment. What do you think? Like he said, pass on Mendoza, keep Mendoza. Leave us a comment. And like I said, whether you agree with us, disagree, we keep it respectful and love talking Raider football.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Please lock in, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers so we can go live during some of the games next year. That's our ultimate goal, is to go live with you guys, have some fun, have some drinks, and watch some football. And hopefully we'll be watching some decent games next year. Check us out over all social media as well. And as always, go
Go Raiders.
Raiders.